Back with Metroid Prime 2. Where did we leave off last time? It's been a while. Well, by that I mean like a whole week. uh, I believe we were still in Agon Wastes. Yep. So let's go ahead and get that started. Rise and shine. And I need to figure out where to go next. Which I guess is over there. Oh, that's right. We got the jump boots, so. Sorry if I start coughing a little bit. I think I might have some allergies coming up, but I'll try and keep it to a minimum. Anyway, last week I noticed that I made a couple errors on my video for Sonic the Fighters. Uh, Apparently, checking achievements does not keep Twitch on, which kind of caught me by surprise. I tried to edit those as smoothly as I could. Hopefully that worked out. I also cut out a little too early because I exited the game prematurely. So, my bad there. But it won't happen again. At least I'll try not to have it happen again. No guarantees. Anyway, let's give these guys a bit of a surprise. Oh, he dodged it. Huh, that's weird. There's normally like 2 or 3 of them in here. Maybe they warp in. I don't know. Where did we need to go? Actually, I'm pretty sure that's where we need to go. Or is it? Maybe we go down here. Okay, that's offline. Oh, this just takes us to a save station. Oh, well, we need to go down here anyway. Not for saving, but, something. Okay, so... Well, that took us just right back to where we were, so whatever. We'll get back up there. Goodness. I need to play this one more often. I've played Metroid Prime like millions of times. Mainly just because I think it's the better game of the two. But, I don't know. This one has its merits. Graphics are nice. The environments are somewhat appealing. Creature designs are really cool. Except with the space pirates. I think the space pirates in Metroid Prime 1 were a little bit cooler. They had a lot more variety, that's for sure. Anyway, let's go the right way this time. If we can get there. I don't know if we can get over there yet. I hope we can. Without getting attacked by these guys. You'll notice that there's some purple projectiles coming at me. Those creatures that are flying around and such with the red or orange projectiles, they they're unique. They can actually be in two different dimensions at one time. So the purple ones are uh, are from the dark world. So pretty neat. So that's all opened up. Good to go. Nothing else over here. There's a log entry, by the way. I tell you, I have had quite the week in terms of gaming. Um, what with the Wii Shop losing its point system and whatnot, definitely had to prepare for that. Well, not necessarily. You could still get those on the Wii U, but I do not have a Wii U, so you could probably also get them on the Switch. I'm not sure. I don't mess around with the Switch all that much. Well, I should say my roommate's Switch. Uh, he's definitely more of the new system kind of guy. And that's alright. I have my Nintendo Wii, and that's fine. But for those of you who don't know, I guess it doesn't really matter now. It's 2 days after. The Wii Shop just made it so you can't add transactions to the shop anymore. And I just missed a scan load. Oh well, I'll get another chance at it. Uh, but basically, now you can no longer add Wii points to the Wii Shop anymore, which isn't so much a big deal if you have the Wii U shop. But you know, some people still have a Wii, and you know those old games are relatively cheap on there, so might as well get them while you can. I know I, for one, truly wanted to get them. And I think I got most of them now. Well, the ones that mattered anyway. I probably should have scanned those too. Whatever. I'm gonna be kicking myself in the rear if those were one-time scans. Guess I'm a little out of it today. Not in like the tired kind of way, but just kind of zoning out almost. But anyway, apart from the Wii Shop closing and stuff like that, uh, well, the Wii Shop itself hasn't closed down. That's still gonna be a while before that ends up going away. I think you have till 2019 before that closes down. So if you do have games that you bought on there, you can re-download them and get them that way. But only till 2019, unfortunately. But again, if you have a Wii U, it doesn't really matter. Unless you personally enjoy getting them on the Wii. Those are Pirate Commandos, by the way. They're exclusive to this game. But we don't have to deal with them right now. This is kind of like a little puzzle maze type thing. Um, Only real reward going through here is progression and also that missile expansion there. It's not even that tough of a puzzle. Just make sure you don't run into the electrical stuff. Like I just did. But anyway, we are now in a space pirate lab, I believe. They are locking the blast door. And it's our goal to open that up by wreaking havoc all over here. Boom. believe this is where I stopped when I first had this game. Well, back when I rented it anyway. As you can see, there is a lot of pirate lore in here. Be sure to get it. Not sure if this is the majority of it, but I wouldn't be surprised, because even not even in just this room, you're going to find a bunch of it, just all in Agon Wastes. I think there might be more over in like Torvus Bog or something, but not entirely sure. Just be sure to scan these planets, both of them. One is regular Aether, the other one is Dark Aether. And I got out of the scan log for some reason. There isn't... Oh, I guess that's just plot material. Whatever. I think that's all the scan logs in here. Oh well. It's not like you can't go back to this place. There's gonna be plenty of times you can go back here. But for now, we are going to progress by jumping on that elevator over there. By the way, can't jump through those holograms for some reason. We will be coming back to this panel here, I think. Maybe. I don't know. Try not to move around too much on these elevator platforms as they go up. You can actually fall off of them this time around. Which isn't a big deal. You just gotta wait for them to come back down. But for you speedrunners out there, it's definitely not ideal. Okay, that blast door is good. Here's a cool little thing right here. So this guy is going to blast that window open. Oh, I thought he'd jump through it. I always thought that was kind of neat. Makes it almost immersive. If you get your scan visor out here... Oh, never mind. There's Dark Samus. And there she goes, because she doesn't have time for us. Can that be scanned? No. Okay. Now we'll open up that blast door over there. And we can continue on. Now if you have the demo disc, I believe that blast door isn't even there. I don't know, we'll take a look at the demo disc before the end of the marathon. Because that is definitely something to look into. I think it's a pretty neat little piece of Metroid history. Everyone should have a chance to look at demos and limited edition things. I'm not sure how limited edition the demo really is, but some people might not have seen it. Simple puzzle here, just don't get caught by the lasers. And let's scan that. Hopefully we got it. Yeah! That was what I missed in the other area. And as you are about to see, Metroids are just all over this place. Now these ones are cool because when you get close to them, they don't break through their containment, but they do react to you getting close. Now if you hit them with a missile, I'm pretty sure they get out. These Metroids are just the same as the ones from Metroid Prime 1. You can take them out without the ice beam, which for this game makes a lot of sense. You don't even get the ice beam in this game. You get something that's kind of like the ice beam, but it's a little bit different. But we'll get to those or when we get our first one. 'Cause there's some pretty stupid stuff that involves the extra beams. Basically, this door right here is the equivalent of the ice beam. It is the dark beam doors. But again, we'll get there. Take care of these guys, and we will take a look in this environment here. I always thought this was kind of neat. So, these Metroids are pretty much just prodding around this space pirate here. If you read into it, this guy is actually barely alive, and I guess they're periodically feeding off of him. I'm not entirely sure. By the way, scan the Metroids. They are Talon 4 Metroids. So they have positive effects when it comes to Phazon. And that's another thing. Phazon is all over here. There's a lore entry from the other side. And I guess you can scan these guys too. Oh, right. Is there anything I missed on here? Just want to make sure before I continue. Don't want to get too ahead of myself. But it looks like we got everything. Let's blow up these crates just for supplies. Never know when you're going to need them. I think one of these guys is going to burst out. I know you do fight these guys at some point. Oh well. Watch out for the turrets, unlike me. Don't know. Okay. Now we'll rearrange the doors here and reveal another path for ourselves. And here is another puzzle. And our first sign of flying space pirates. A little more messed up looking than they were in Metroid Prime 1. But they work just about the same way. I think they're a little bit stronger though. I don't think they shoot missiles. I always thought they were mutants of some sort, because they just look so weird. They don't look like space pirates, they just look like giant hunks of junk flying around. But anyway, in here is first glance of some intricate puzzle design. I don't think it's too bad. It's mostly just figuring out the controls. So you scan one of these and it'll either make one of the platforms go up or down. But I guess in this case we have to activate them. Okay, yeah, so we gotta turn the system on, which I guess is over there. Hope it is, anyway. Yes, it is. So that is going to raise those platforms for us. Our goal is to get to that side, but if you go over there, there is a surprise waiting for you. I'm not sure if it's like some kind of expansion or if it's something else. Actually, what is on the other side? Oh, I guess I guess our surprise is over there. We'll take a look, see. But anyway, now that that's activated, scan this, and platforms should lower. Actually, if we're getting on the other side, we'll need to raise them. Not too difficult of a puzzle. I actually kind of enjoy it, to be perfectly honest. But I won't lie and say that it does take a little bit of time. But that's perfectly fine by me. I've got all the time in the world right here. So now that those are all down, use our fabulous jumping abilities to make our way over there. Oh, okay, so it's an energy tank. That's pretty cool. Actually, it's going to be perfect, because we're going to be coming across a boss fight soon enough. 2 of them, I believe. But anyway, let's raise these up. Oh, don't think that worked. Ah. Raise one of these. Actually, that can stay. This needs to be raised up, though. Or no, that needs to be raised down. And there we have it. And I think we can still raise platforms and whatnot. I'm not entirely sure. Okay, yeah. So if you do miss that the first time, you're not completely out of it. So, is there anything we can... Oh, okay. Yeah, so that green door up there we'll be getting to in a little while. For those of you who have played Super Metroid, you probably already know what that green door is opened with. But I won't spoil that for now, because we'll be getting to that hopefully shortly. Oh. Neat little morph ball maze. I think there's something kind of good up here. I say kinda, but I know it's gonna be something great. Ouch. Can we make it? Ooh. Oh, I chose a bad time to do that. Thank goodness these aren't like one-hit kills. Ah, did that too early. Probably do it. Okay. Oh, no. Yikes. Okay, so there wasn't anything good up there at all anyway. It's just a means of progression. I guess that's okay. Would have preferred something a little bit better. But at least they give us a way to recharge our energy. Actually, this is probably necessary, because I think our next boss fight is up here. Pirate log entry behind you. Don't forget that. I'm sure I've done that once or twice before. And okay. Lots of half pipes in here. I think that's going to be one of our next power-ups. Or not. Oh. Actually, I do think we get a power-up here. Brainstone, so shoot it with a missile, I think? Yeah. It's either a missile or a bomb. And here's our first boss fight area. Well, second boss fight area, but first boss fight area for the stream, or for this particular stream. Don't have to scan that. Eventually you'll be able to scan that stuff. But as you may have guessed, our boss fight here is going to be Dark Samus. I always thought these segments were really cool. But anyway, be sure to scan her. She's not too hard to scan. And analyze her attacks because she has a lot of them. And be sure to keep up with her. Oh, and try not to get too close to her either. She's not too hard of a fight. That comes later on. Obviously, this being so early into the game, you wouldn't think that they'd just have you kill her off this quickly. There are going to be 4 more fights with her, I think. Quite a few. And you have to scan her for each and every one of those fights, because every time you fight her, she's always got something different on her. And she is very hard to lock on, by the way. But that is a big thing. Make sure that you remember to scan her, because if you don't, you're going to regret it. If you're going for 100%. Now she's shielded, so... Oh, never mind, she's not shielded. But when she does that, just make sure you get out of the way. And once that orb is gone, you can start shooting at her again. Shot a super missile at us. So she has all of our power-ups from Metroid Prime 1, I believe. So she's definitely not one to mess with if you can lock onto her. But we're just as cool as she is, so. And there we go. She's out for the count. Well, for now anyway. I wonder if in like a past life Samus was a Jedi or something. It's the way she jumps. I know it's all suit mechanics and stuff, but still. But anyway, as you can see, there are a ton of little sparkly things floating around, which are Dark Samus particles, I guess. And I don't know if you guys can hear the music or not. Probably not. But the music gives off a sinister vibe, which insinuates that she is not entirely dead yet, so... No biggie. Be sure to scan these crystals here because they are phase-on. You can come back and scan them anytime you want, but you're here now, so might as well get it done with. Where do I go this time? I'm surprised she only charged at me once during that fight. She usually does it like 3 times. Then again, I guess that might be on like a hard mode or something. But anyway, take this elevator back up. Oh, and we get a new item. And what is that item, you might be asking? Why, this item. Yep, we got the Dark Beam. Now, while this weapon is a lot like the Ice Beam, there's one big detail that a lot of people pick up on. By the way, pirate log here. There is one detail that a lot of people pick up on when they talk about this game. And I won't lie, I'm not a big fan of it either. But it's intuitive. I mean, it's experimental, none, or to say the least. It's not the only time they do it. But if you notice above our beam count, you'll see that purple line there with the number 50 underneath it. Well, that is our ammo count. These weapons do. All these secondary weapons have weapon count or ammo counts. It's a first for Metroid. Needless to say, it didn't last very long. It only lasted for like 2 games. First of all, this one, and then the other one would be Metroid Prime 2, or Metroid Prime Hunters for the Nintendo DS. But for the DS, I I don't really mind that so much because honestly, that's a Quake port or a Quake 3 port, just with Metroid skins on it. But anyway, the Dark Beam here acts as your means of progression, and as you can see, with the abundance of white doors and stuff, there is also a yin to that yang. There is going to be a light beam that we'll get rather shortly. But anyway, dark beam, if you see any white crystals, shoot it with it, and it'll activate the door. It'll also open black/purple doors, so use it when you can. And beams in this game do certain certain things to certain creatures. So let's say paralog. Let's say you're in the light world or just the normal world. Dark beam will do massive damage to just about everything. In the light world, however, or in the dark world, light beam will do a lot more damage to enemies in that world. Anyway, case in point, I'll go ahead and show that off. I'm not too worried about ammunition right now, but as you can see, we just vaporized that guy. I think there's one more. Yeah. But yeah, only 2 shots. Pretty neat. I enjoy it. And I would say we should go back there, but I think we need to get the light beam first. And now that that's active... Oh, guess it's not a scan. But now that we have the dark beam, we can activate dark portals anytime we want. And soon we're going to get the light beam, which will activate light portals anytime we want. As you can see here, those pirate commandos did not last very long out here. Very dark, if you ask me. But yeah, pretty crazy. Also, you can scan the phase on here apparently, so I guess it's not that one room. But anywho, in here we are going to traverse through the dark world environments again. Pretty much the same stuff that we were doing earlier. Here there are a couple things that you're going to need to look out for. For instance, that item that right there. We're going to be using the dark beam to access certain things. Oh, also, these crystals here are infected with dark energy. Just shoot them with your beam to reactivate them. We will show off a couple other things that we can do, but first and foremost, be sure to scan these light crystals when applicable. I know there were a couple of them on those doors, but for some reason they do not count. But anyway, scan those, and let's go ahead and show off what happens, or how you can get some scan logs real quick. So let's say you have the dark beam and you see one of those light beacons there. If you shoot it, it will infect it, and then you can scan it and get yourself a scan log entry for the nullified beacon. So, light and dark weapons, I find them pretty nifty, especially for going on 100% runs. You can get a lot of your scan log entries relatively quickly. And when you get the light beam, you're going to do the exact same thing, because those will enhance the power of these beacons and crystals, thus making them enhanced. I think they heal you a lot faster, and I think it makes the beacons last forever. Let's go ahead and... Okay. So, as powerful as the light beam is against dark creatures and whatnot, just make sure that you're using the weapons appropriately for each type of creature. Because the dark beam will not do damage, or will do damage to dark creatures, but the dark beam is also not nearly as powerful as the light beam on them. So you're kind of shooting yourself in the foot when you do that. But regardless, it does work as a last resort. Although I don't see why you would, considering the power beam right here has infinite ammo. These will also protect you from certain projectile attacks. Oh, I guess not. If you have a powered up light crystal or light beacon, those will protect you from, I guess, projectiles or whatever, from dark attacks. By the way, be careful around these things. Those are filled with phazon. But they'll also protect you from creatures getting inside of your portal, or inside of your shielding. They'll actually neutralize them completely, which is very nifty. Doesn't work very often, or it's not very useful half the time, but when you go against like Dark Ing Guardians or just Dark Ing Warriors, it can be pretty nifty at times. Okay. By the way, once you shoot those crystals, be sure to scan the opposite ones. Oof, okay. That did not work as planned. Maybe I'm not supposed to... Oh, no, wait. I can jump up there. A little save room here. Perfect timing, too. Apparently the hitbox on that guy is a lot bigger than I thought. No pirate entries yet, though. Soothing radiation. Ooh, that was bad. Whoops. Ah, whatever. It doesn't do that much damage to us anyway. That's weird, though. I think there'd be something that you can access up there. Or maybe there is, and I'm just being dumb about it. Ah, whatever. Okay. Lots of phazon here. We'll just watch your step. Crates over here. And this room is going to have little things that you need to scan. There are going to be 3 of them, so be sure to get them when you can. Let's go ahead and see if we can get some health pickups here. just to speed things along. That was completely useless. There's another scannable lock. 2 of 3 taken care of. There's another door type over there, if you haven't seen that already. That comes way later in the game, though. So, hope you like backtracking. Don't remember exactly what's behind it, though. It's probably just an energy tank or something. Or it might be a Sky Temple key. Or not a Sky Temple key, just a final key. But we'll talk about those when we get there. Alright, I'm probably gonna fall on some Phazon. Oh, yikes, I did. Ah! At least these guys drop health sometimes. Okay, well, let's just go on ahead. I think our next boss fight is coming up. Really hope not. It's one that I always get a little tense around, because he's definitely not an easy boss, that's for sure. One of the many bosses I kinda don't like in this game. And one of the many reasons why I don't typically go back to this game either. Oh, scan these. Oh, never mind. These are those flies that I was telling you about that can exist in 2 different locations. So you're gonna have some invisible ones that are flying around. Those are just the ones from the light world, so I think anyway. Maybe they just materialize after a while. Yeah, I guess. Whatever. Okay, so there's only one spot here. These Samus ears will shoot out poison clouds, so don't stand in front of them for too long like I just did. That's all good though. We are still A-okay. Just gotta find ourselves some quick health pickups. And I think we're about to get our next weapon relatively soon. AKA the light beam. Mount your weapon there for a couple quick easy kills. Simple enough. Plus a quick energy refill too. Most times. It's another light door, but we're not going to worry about that at the moment. Because for right now, we need to focus on getting these platforms lowered. Which isn't too hard. Oh. It happens. And you are not high enough to get on there. And I believe this is our next weapon power. Yep, it certainly is. So now, we get the light beam. Pretty straightforward. This is technically the equivalent to the plasma beam. In that it'll catch things on fire. It's pretty useful on light enemies too. But again, it's not nearly as powerful as the dark beam on normal world creatures. Also, they're giving you some tips here that are pretty important. Defeat dark enemies with the light beam to get, or defeat enemies with certain weapons to get the opposite weapons ammo. So, if we shoot these guys, well, I guess not here. Oof, some poisonous water down there. Yeah, so shoot the enemies with the opposite weapon to get certain weapon pickups. Pretty nifty, if I do say so myself. Doesn't work all the time, and these guys are definitely showing that off right now. So I'm not even going to worry about that. You'll get plenty of opportunities to get more weapon pickups. But anyway, show off what I was talking about earlier. If you shoot these with the light beam, scan them, and you'll get the enhanced or energized crystals and beacons. Pretty nifty. And also, they will take care of certain enemies for you. So, let's say one of them decides to get a little cheeky and jump into your shield, he'll disintegrate. Scan these here, as they will definitely make your night pretty sad. If you don't, okay, thought I was missing something there. Let's go ahead and get some light beam energy here, or ammo. Let's get our next scan log entry. Oh, there's some little creatures running around. We need to get that up there though, so that's not too hard to get. I think you can just jump on over and get it. Yeah. We're also about to... Oh, scared me. Apparently there's an Amber Alert going on. Let me turn that down a little bit. Lake Forest Park, Washington, Amber Alert. Looking around for a 1999 silver Mercedes 320. So, for any of my viewers looking around, or that live out there, keep an eye out for that. Hope somebody finds them. That's sad. There's so many Amber Alerts that go on just from month to month around here. Get some from Tacoma, from Seattle, just about everywhere. People are pretty good about finding them, though. Never had the opportunity to actually see one get found. But I'm sure it'll happen someday. So I don't know if these like last forever or not. Some of them, or I think they do if you energize them, so hopefully they do. Maybe they just last longer or something. We'll sit around and wait a minute. Oh, nope, they don't last forever. Oh well. We were just about to get that key, and unfortunately, it just got stolen from us. That door that they showed there, I think you do need to scan it for a scan log. Not entirely sure, but we'll figure that out. But as you can see, there are 4 Warrior Ing that we have to take care of here in order to get that key back. Not too difficult now, considering is a scan log entry. Considering we are pretty powered up, and if you, well, I guess I can't really activate it here. If you're really good at tricking them into coming into certain parts of this area, you can take them apart a lot easier. For instance, this guy might actually walk into it. Yep, he did. Yeah, light beam is, or these light shields are like your best friend in certain fights. Now, obviously, they're gonna get pretty smart, or unlike that guy, they're just gonna get dumber. Oh, we got him. Now, I believe there's one more. Yep, he's gonna walk right into it, isn't it? Yep. Alrighty. Oh, there's like 6 of them here. Hopefully, this guy's as stupid as the other ones. Yes, he is. And we get our key back. And the door is opened up again. Pretty groovy, if you ask me. Now I believe we have all 3 of the dark keys. Or do we? You can check and see in the map feature here. I guess we're missing one more. Oh, I know where it is. We need our next boss fight to provide that, though. Which is right here. Scan these, by the way. Tentacles. Not sure if you can completely destroy them in this game or not, but we'll see what we can do. Nope, can't. Oh, I guess we're back here again. Or maybe this is a different area. Oh no, this is the entrance. Well, I'd say that was a rather interesting stroll through the park here. I think there's some doors that we can still go through around here, though. It's the Annihilator Beam door. Yeah, we can go to the Dark Oasis door now. I think there's an expansion in that door, though. So as far as progression goes, it's not really important, but you can get more health, missiles, or ammo. There are going to be ammo expansions, so I am not too concerned about the ammo counts. But when you start off, 50 ammo for each of your weapons is pretty lame, especially when you get the boss fights. But fortunately, we get an ammo expansion. Oh no, this is an ammo station. Never mind. This is lame. So, pretty much the beam equivalent of the missile stations. We will be getting a beam upgrade though soon, so, or a beam expansion. Thank goodness, we could definitely use that right now. Oh, why am I going this way? The portal we need to go to is over here. Yep, there she is. And we can't scan that either. So jump on through, and I don't remember where this takes us exactly. Oh, it takes us back to Dark Samus's room. There's a light door that we can open up. Don't know if we can get to it yet. No, I don't think we can. That stinks. Or maybe we can. I don't know. There's a Luminoth floor we're not supposed to be able to get to yet. Oh, we just unlocked our promotional gallery. 40% of our logbook scanned. See, that's the beauty of getting everything. Huh, okay. Well, that's fine. We can go back to, we need to go back to that one area over here, or not there. We're already there. There's a spot that we need to go to, and we'll get an expansion as we go through. Maybe if we go through here. I'm not sure. But with the dark and light beam, you can essentially traverse through this area a lot easier now. So, get them as soon as you can, because it definitely does make this game a lot more expansive. Anyway, we're going to save here. Wow, 40% of our logbook. I don't think this game is nearly as long as I remember it being. There is a lot of content here, though, so it's definitely worth the money. I don't know how much this game is going for nowadays, but I can only assume it's going for quite a bit. Most GameCube games are pretty expensive nowadays. I mean, there's some games that are still like $50, which blows my mind. I mean, yeah, I get it. They're classics, and you can't really beat them, but goodness, $50 for an old game. Why not make it like the Atari 2600 and just make them like $1 each? So that's why I consider this to be the equivalent of the ice beam, because you can freeze enemies here and there so long as you don't vaporize them like that. But pretty neat. Ooh. Oh, okay. I guess there is something we can go to over here. That might be a beam expansion upgrade. Open her up. These guys are gonna pop up now. Oof. Oh, and if they do latch onto you, just do the same thing that you do in all your games, or all your Metroid games. Just roll into a ball and bum them off of you, just like that. Oh, okay. Well, we're out of ammo on that, so we gotta do it the normal way. But fortunately, it gave us some dark ammo. And for those of you who are wondering, when you charge or when you do a charge shot from either of these weapons, either a weapon that needs ammo, it takes about 5 ammo points away from you. Oh, so it's missile expansion. Pretty much the same as like super missiles, and the missile count for that just goes down by 5. Oh, that was cool. These guys are gonna break out. We're just kind of gonna ignore them though. I think we're fine without having to wear ourselves with them. And they just damage boosted us. Don't think there's oh, there are pirates in here. Love the little wave effect they have when you actually do get in here. There is a new pirate type over here, by the way. This is a grenadier type pirate. Basically, shoot a grenade at him, or grenade at you. Pretty self-explanatory. Still pretty dangerous, but I would say they're a lot less dangerous than, say, normal space pirates. Their rate of fire is pretty pretty poor. But anyway, now that we have the light beam, we can go over here and we can see what all the action was from these things here. The turrets that you can walk into and instantly become. Pretty nifty. It unlocks a couple things. Shoot these wind turbines here. Shoot those, and I think they dislodge pirate things. Oh yeah, it makes a platform so you can jump up there. Pretty nifty. Shoot things here, shoot things there, shoot things everywhere. Especially there. And I believe, with the exception of that one, there's also going to be pirates that are coming out. Oh, and your turret form does have a health meter. Now, you won't get a game over when it hits 0, but if it does hit 0, it'll kick you out of the turret. So, keep an eye on that. And just in case, I think there's something over there we gotta blow up. Oh. By the way, in case you missed the second time for the little vehicle there, you can scan it there too. Pirate log entry here. Not much else here. Little holographic door. Think you'd need to activate something, but you don't. It's what blowing up that one crate over here did. There's a Luminoth lore right here. Courtesy of this dead guy. And so we just got an expansion for our beam weapons, which does come in handy. You can get up to 250 ammo points for each of your guns. Those being the light and dark beam. Eventually we'll get a fourth beam called the Annihilator beam, which combines both of them. It takes one unit of ammo from each of those weapons every time you use it. Definitely a strong weapon though, so don't pass up on it. I think you can definitely pass by it though on accident, so just keep that in mind. So we need to go back to the dark world over here, I think. Yeah, we do. We need to go back to the dueling range. So, for now on, we are going to bid our farewells to the pirate area. There will be things that you can go back and get, though. Once we get the boost ball, I'm pretty sure we're going to be able to go back there for another puzzle. Could be wrong, though. See, they just look so weird. They look like they got tumors or something on the side of their head. No offense to anybody who does have a tumor. I didn't mean that in bad taste, but they look bizarre in this game. I guess we can go over to these areas too. Let's go ahead and take a look. Not that it's really important right now. We probably need power-ups to make use of those areas anyway. But I guess you could say I'm trying to delay the boss fight that we're going to go against quite a bit. But then again, we might get an expansion, like a power or a energy tank or something, and that could help us. When I say that, I mean it will help us. Ah, see, I was right. Oh, okay, that didn't work. There we go. Okay. Aw. Alright. No biggie. Let's just try and do that again. Yeah, see, there's our energy tank up there. Let's just clear these guys out. Oh, that's a shame. That door right there is going to be a missile door, but we'll get that power up before we go to the next big world, Torvus Bog. Or I guess we'll get it in the middle of it. I don't remember. It's been so long since I've played this game. Ah, did that wrong. There we go. I hear a cat in the next room over, and he is clawing the snot out of a rug. Ooh, oh, don't fall. I haven't heard from him all day, though. Glad he's alright. Does that never come back? Oh, what? That's lame. Come on, man. Dang it. It's the sensitivity of these sticks. I know that that's kind of a selling point for the GameCube controller, but I don't know. I think it can be a bit fickle at times for some of these. Okay. Woo. Oh, I think I might have messed that up. Oh, did I? Yeah, I did. Dang it. Or maybe I can still save it. No, I can't. Man, this puzzle's hard. I don't remember this. Fortunately, it gives us a buttload of tries. Pretty sure if you just hold right, it'll take you to where you need to go. Oh, I did it wrong again. Oh, okay. No biggie. We'll get it. We got plenty of health. I'm gonna get rid of those guys. Let's do it this way. There we go. Alright. Yeah, see? That's where you need to stop. And then you jump up. Boom. Energy tank. Thank goodness. That was driving me nuts. Get rid of that guy forever. Well, for the time being. I like that the flies follow you around. Nice little touch. Alrighty, so now that we got that, let's go over here and see what other power-ups we can get. I don't think there's anything over here in particular. Not that we can get yet, anyway. But for all we know, could be something swell. Gonna shoot ourselves across here through some bats. And I think Yeah, this takes us to the main reactor. So we can go and get a missile expansion, I believe. And whatever's in here. Ooh, there's something in here. Apparently nothing too special, though. Ah, we can't go through here yet. No siree. But that's fine. We've still got that other area we can go to. And I guess we can find whatever's up there after we take care of this guy. I don't mind these guys so much, but they can get a little annoying at times. Yeah, there's something up here. Ah, I did that wrong. Did it wrong again. Missile tank. Boom. And we should get another one somewhere over here. Well, I don't know if it's a missile tank, but it might be an energy tank. And if it is, I am all for that. Nope, just this dead guy and a spider ball track. Which isn't all that big of a waste. But I'd have preferred something a little bit cooler than that. Regardless, let's go back over. I'm like all tired for some reason. I don't know why. I had a really good night of sleep. I had some really weird dreams though. Oh, maybe it's the allergy medicine I took. I've been like super congested for the past few weeks, which is pretty much why I've been coughing so much. Except for that 1 week. I think it was for part 4 of Metroid Prime 1. That was me being like actually sick. Ugh, that was a rough day. Rough week. Missed a bit of work that week, which is not very ideal for me. Gotta pay those bills somehow. Okay, where were we going? There was a door we needed to access. Oh. No, never mind, that's not it. Where do we need to go? Oh, right, we need to go through there again. Okay. Sorry about that. Got a little confused. Hopefully I can jump up there. No, I can't. Is that Bendesium or is it Cordite? I really hope it's... Ah, it's Densium. Keep calling it Bendesium. It's Densium. Alright, these guys are a little more powerful than I was hoping for. And they do shoot missiles. That's weird. Actually, it's not weird. It makes sense, but still. They are just taking everything out of me here. Or maybe I'm standing... Oh, yeah, I'm standing on top of an enemy. It's like, why am I losing so much health to this guy? I mean, apart from me just standing there like an idiot. Ah, went through the wrong door again. Did all that, and I could have just gone down here. My goodness. wasps in here this time. Activate that. And jump on in. Alright. So, we are off to our next boss, and quite possibly our next key. Which just happens to be the Boost Guardian. I don't know if I'm going to be able to take him out on my first try. I remember... Oh, okay. I remember the first time I played this game, and this is about the point where I stopped. The adventure was fun, but goodness, this boss was something else. It wasn't so much the fact that he was hard, it was just the fact that he was annoying. I'm not even going to worry about health right now, because there will be a save room up here. Get all your stuff back. Yep, there it is. I like the overabundance of save stations here. Some people would say that's kind of lazy in terms of level design, but I personally don't mind it. I always feel safe. So we need to go either over to that portal section or up there to that dark door. Though I'm leaning more toward the dark door. So I have a feeling that portal section is going to be blocked off with a door of some sort. Then again, I could be wrong. Whoa, what is over here? Gosh, that L button's really sensitive. Or L trigger is really sensitive. So I guess there's a power-up somewhere in here. They wouldn't just have this door for no reason. That would be stupid. Oh yeah, there it is. Missile expansion acquired. Increased by 5 missiles. Oh, there's a war. Oh wow, there's a lot of warrior rings here. No biggie though. We can just run past them. I don't think they're gonna cause us too much trouble. What I need to figure out is how to get in there. So is there any other... Okay, yeah. We can just go back there and go through the dark door. Ouch, 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 ouch. Okay, we're on the right track. Once we get Spider Boost, or Spider Ball, we'll be able to go back there and hopefully get that missile tank. Okay, so we need to go up and over. Oh, nope. Oh, that was just a save station? Really? Dang. Well, no worries. We'll find our way over there. I'm gonna try and keep the stream going until we defeat the final boss in this area. I'm getting a little tired, to be honest, but I think I'll pull through. So where do we go? I guess we can go over there. Wonder what is over there, though. Oof. Oh, okay, so this is the temple grounds. Yeah, we will be going here, but we need all the temple keys. So I guess we just go around or something. I mean, they give us the option to go this way. This might just be a save room, though, which is a little redundant, if you ask me. But oh no, there's a key here. But where's the boost guardian? Is he even in here? No way. There's got to be something I missed. Oh, maybe he is. Maybe he's in Torvus Bog's Dark World. Yeah, he's got to be, because they wouldn't just give you the key like that. They'd want you to be able to get that power up. Oh well, it's not like you really need the boost ball to take this guy on anyway. Well, without further ado, let's go and whoop his hiney. So there's a Morbus, our Dark World Guardian boss, whatever. He's a pretty simple boss fight. I mean, he's annoying nonetheless, but it's definitely not too hard. Just make sure that you dodge his attacks, or dodge his lunging attacks like that. Be sure to scan a Morbus when he does come out. You'll see when he comes out, because he'll jump out like that. Kind of like Free Willy almost. And your goal here is to basically get rid of his armor. You can use the light beam here, but well, I guess the dark beam would be a lot more useful against him, but I for one just stick to the power beam for now, because you're not gonna harm him too much. He's still gonna have most of his armor on during this part of the fight. But once his armor comes off, he will get back to his ball, and he'll try and attack you then. Oh, wow, that was really close. And I think that should have done it for his armor. Could be wrong, though. Yep. So, once he gets back onto here, you do have to scan him again. Dark Morbus is weak to the light beam, I think. Cool thing about this boss is he's pretty intuitive. I mean, they make sure to give you plenty of opportunities to use the power-ups that you've gotten here. So he'll suck you in, then you just bomb him from the inside out. That should kill that particular worm of a Morbus. You will slam his ball into the ground, and damage it. And we just gotta do that like 5 more times, I think. Oh, there's 2 of them here, I guess. Yeah, so we're gonna have to focus both of them down. Which isn't too bad. Just make sure you're keeping an eye on both of them. Unlike me right now. Ouch. The payoff for this battle is pretty nice, though. It's essentially the same thing as the Flogger boss, and for some reason I cannot lock on to him. But he is the only one left here, so... But yeah, pretty straightforward. You can literally just stand here the entire time. Then they're both going to come out and they're going to try and attack you. Pretty easy situation. Now he's going to do this weird little carousel beam. Just make sure you dodge those. Okay. Oops. Okay. Well, didn't dodge it well enough, but whatever. Oh, and I just nullified my crystal. I need to charge that up real quick. There shouldn't be any reason you lose this fight unless you're absolutely new to Metroid. Because again, these fights are not that hard. They're just time consuming. Once he's down, let him suck you in. And then you just gotta do the same thing for the guy over there. So, again, pretty straightforward boss. I need to be a little more careful here though, because I'm about halfway out of energy. He's gonna spit us right back out here. Oh, and he left us 100 energy, so that's cool. Oh, he's gonna jump out. Missiles here are pretty easy to use, or they're a pretty good weapon to use against him. I guarantee you'll take quite a bit of ammo off of him. Plus it locks on, so you can't go wrong there. There's no reason to lose ammo here, minus, you know, beam ammo if you do use it. Ouch. Wow, this is ridiculous. With 3 Amorbuses, or Amorbus worms flying around, they are going to get very, very vicious against you. So just make sure you're keeping up with them. There goes one. So once they're down for the count, missiles take a while to get going in this game. There he is. There's another one. Now we just gotta worry about this guy. Been neglecting him a little. There he is again. His ball thing got in the way. Hey, it's too far to lock onto. He's trying to keep away for some reason. But we will get him. I hope. Goodness, that lock-on is terrible in this game. There we go. Oh, nope, he's still got one more piece of armor. Oh, never mind. So now we just whittle down their heads, all the while dodging these giant death rays. Ouch. Takes more missiles than that. Dang. Same thing as before. Bomb the snot out of their mouths. He'll try and melee you if you're too close to him. He's down. So now all we gotta worry about is this one guy here. Oh, and I guess they're nullifying the crystals too. And he is out of there. His batteries died apparently. And that little ball thing right there is going to explode and reveal to us our next power-up. Which is not the screw attack, it is another suit. Exclusive to this game. So, what's gonna beat those giant fish tanks on our shoulders? Easy. As Metroid Database put it, hamster wheels. Because apparently having noisy hamsters on hamster wheels in your suit keeps the bad energy away. So basically, this suit allows us to take a lot less damage in the Dark World, which doesn't sound like much, but it actually does help. It only takes like a bit of energy away per second, or 1 point of energy away per second, versus like 5 of them per second. So you can last a lot longer out here now, which is fine by me. I really do not mind that in the slightest. But I will go on record and say that this suit looks ugly. Especially in Morph Ball. That just doesn't look right. Looks like a rolling turd. Sorry for anyone who's eating. But anyway. Punch. We are in the process of taking all the light energy that was stolen from the light world and taken here to the dark world, and we are stealing it back for the light world. And as you can see, that has pretty negative effects on dark aether. So now the sky is all red and gross looking. So now we need to bring that back to light aether. Pretty straightforward. I think there might be a scan log entry in here, so keep your eyes open. By the way, that replenishes your health completely, in case you are low on energy. Yeah, I guess there are no log entries here. Either way, you can come back here if you do miss it. But for now, we're going to get our butts back to the light world and restore the energy. There are a lot of warrior ings here, so just keep your eyes open. You don't have to fight them, but I choose to, just to be on the safe side. Because you never know, they might drop something valuable or something. Plus, as I showed earlier, they are a complete pushover, because the AI is not very smart, and they just walk right into your light beacons half the time. If not, you usually vaporize them with your light beam anyway. But we are going to do a little bit of exploration, because I think there's something up there. Or maybe I'm looking too far into it. Oh, never mind. Huh, that was weird. Alrighty, well, there's nothing over here, and that was a complete waste of time. But hey, look, we still have a lot of energy left. So I won't cut it till we get to our next section. That way I can give you guys a sneak peek at what's going to be coming next week. I don't really have any channel updates or Twitch updates, so I think everything is good to go. For those of you who haven't heard, though, I am using my Twitch page a lot more now, so if you want to keep track of what's going on, I don't do that whole bell notification thing. I, for one, haven't really had... Oh! I haven't really had any trouble with finding... I wonder if this works. Yep, it does. I haven't had any trouble getting in... or finding any updates from my channels or whatever. So, if you guys do want to hit the like or the bell button on there, go for it. I don't really care too much about it. And then for those of you who are just watching me on Twitch, well, it doesn't really matter anyway. But for those of you who don't know, that are watching this through Twitch, there is actually a YouTube channel that I have that has all this stuff that you guys are watching now, and the post footage is posted on there. So, in case you guys missed a stream or whatever, you can always pick it up on Urban or Pilot over on YouTube. And it's pretty easy to find. Nobody else has my my name along with my profile picture, so I guess I should consider myself lucky. I don't know though. So we are going to save here just to be on the safe side. If I can find that. There it is. But for or as a note for all of you, in case you're wanting to keep in touch with what I'm doing and whatnot, I am going to be using Twitch a lot more often. Right now, it's just a platform for me to show you guys, hey, I've got a video up and stuff, or hey, it moved to this playlist. Uh, but who knows? I might upload a couple like new things that I get for the room or whatever. I do know one thing that I am going to be posting on there as soon as I get it. First of all, I have a new game coming for the Saturn called Fighting Vipers, which for those of you who joined me last Friday for the Friday game day, you'll notice that I mentioned during Sonic the Fighters that the game was based off of that particular game, Fighting Vipers. So, in case you guys are really crazy about that kind of stuff like I am, I might post a picture of that. I might do a stream of that at some point. Or maybe just stick to a video. I don't know. I've been wanting to focus on I wanted to focus more on my YouTube channel a little more. Twitch is fun and all, but when I do games, it's all live, so I feel like I'd do a lot better on YouTube versus doing it specifically on Twitch and then uploading to YouTube. Now, I know, technically I could just do all my stuff on Twitch and then edit the videos on YouTube to be shorter, but I don't know. I like the ability to do these at my leisure rather than just focus like 2 or 3 hours a day at videos. And even then, I could do these in shorter segments too. But that wouldn't be very fun. So I need to go there. Okay. But those are just my thoughts. I'm definitely not considering quitting Twitch, though. I think Twitch is still a very good platform to get on. And for those of you who are viewing this on YouTube, don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. YouTube is definitely a place where I want to keep my stuff at, particularly post footage. And who knows, every now and then maybe an update on my collection or whatever. That's the other thing I'm getting in the mail, speaking of my collection. Apart from that game, I am also getting the Sega CD at last. I have been very anxious to get one of those. I am pretty much, or now that I've ordered this, I've pretty much completed my Sega home console collection. Minus games, but the consoles themselves, I've got all of them, with the exception of the Sega 1000 and whichever models that were released specifically in Japan. Oh, and I don't go for revisions of consoles. So long as I have one or the other revision or version of the console, I'm happy. So technically, I don't really need the SG 1000. Although it would be nice to have one just for fun. Actually, I think there are a couple exclusive games on there, but I could be wrong. I'll figure that out though. That's what channels like Classic Game Room and Metal Jesus Rocks, Kelsey Lewin's page, all those different YouTube channels. There is so much you can learn about gaming on YouTube. That's why I enjoy the platform so much. Not just for the ease of uploading videos to the internet, but also just for the sheer amount of knowledge that you can get for your collecting purposes and whatnot. That was a really weird noise out there. I think they're sawing something out there. But anyway, we restored light to the Agon Wastes, and as you can see from above us, it's no longer stormy. As far as I'm aware, I could be wrong. Um, but it looks pretty good to me. It's actually kind of brighter. Then again, it could be this specific room we're in. There's a giant sun above us after all, so. Wow, that is not wanting to scan that. I'm not out of scan range. Come on. But anyway, so yeah, Sega CD, finally got one. Um, very excited about that. I am just ecstatic about it. I have wanted one of those for quite some time now. I thought I got stuck there for a minute. I thought I bombed it. But that'll complete my Sega Genesis. I already have the Genesis Model 2, and I picked up a 32X last year. Um, that's the other thing I want to do on YouTube. I want to get back to doing my review stuff. I don't know if a lot of you know about this, but when I started off doing the Twitch stuff, I was actually doing it as like a side part to a blog I was doing dedicated to video game reviews. That's why I started off with Halo, because I knew that would be easier to review. But I kind of stepped away from that, and I regret it. It's still there. If you guys are interested, I'll definitely post a link to that in YouTube videos. But I, for one, haven't really updated it too much. The content on there is not all that great, if you ask me. But it's still there regardless. I do want to get back to reviewing games, and more specifically game consoles. I've been very influenced by Mark Bussler from Classic Game Room, and Metal Jesus Rocks from his channel, and a bunch of other YouTubers. I don't know, I just think that console reviews are a lot more exciting to view. There's so much you can learn about those systems. Yeah, look at how sunshiny and everything it is over here. It's so great. But anyway, I want to I want to get back into that and see what I can do. But will I continue with blogging, or will I start doing video reviews for video games? Because I feel that those are a lot more they're a lot more accessible to people nowadays. Don't get me wrong, I don't think blogging is a dead thing at all. But when it comes to garnering more of an audience, I think that video production does it just a little bit better. But if I do video game reviews uh, for YouTube rather than just blogging, I want to make sure that those are of the best quality. And I also, this is something I've been talking to a couple people about. I do not have that big of a personality when it comes to making content on either YouTube or here on Twitch. I am very monotone. I don't have a whole lot of emotion in my voice, and I'm also very quiet too. And that's just me in general. Um, as far as personality goes, like outside of Twitch and outside of YouTube, I have a bit of a personality, but not much. I'm pretty boring for the most part. So hopefully I can make that, or I can change that in the future, because I definitely want to be more exciting to you guys, and give you guys a real reason to watch my stuff, because I, for one, don't really see it as too great for content. But then again, I only do this for fun and stuff, and mostly for my own personal gain. It gives me a reason to play games, all of my games, because that's one thing that as a collector I really do want to get into the routine of. I have all these consoles plugged up all the time, and every now or most of the time I'm usually just finding myself on my computer. I want to be able to keep myself playing these games so they feel relevant in here. And then also, it just gives me a reason to play games in general. Because most of the time, I'm not really playing video games so much as I am watching them. And I hate that because, video games are meant to be played, they're not supposed to be watched. Don't get me wrong, I don't think it's a bad thing that people watch video games at all. But I do believe that, they should be at least played or experienced for the most part. So, that's kind of why I started doing Twitch streams on Friday, because I want to introduce people to older consoles and just different games that you typically won't see on consoles nowadays. Because with PS3, I mean, with the PlayStation 4, the Xbox One, and even the Switch nowadays, there are so many consoles out there. I mean, there's so many games out there, but those can only go so far. So, oh wow, it's locked. I guess we gotta go talk to, what's his name here? But anyway, so yeah, Fridays is kind of just a way for me to show people there are more games out there than you think. And you shouldn't just limit yourself to new consoles and stuff. I mean, granted, if you're on a budget and you have to game on something, um, you know, new consoles are definitely worth it. There's plenty of cheap games you can get for PS4 and Xbox One, and even the Switch too. I don't think the Switch has a big enough library to say that entirely though. And at times, I think the Xbox's library is a little slim too. PS4 is saturated with RPGs and stuff like that, but I think if you wanted to get into gaming, new consoles are definitely easier to get into nowadays. But if you're looking for cheaper alternatives and you don't mind shelling out money for physical copies of games, look into the older games and stuff. Like, for instance, what's a good one? I would say Super Nintendo and even Sega Genesis. Those two consoles are pretty cheap. I would say the Genesis is a lot cheaper. Um, anyway, let me go ahead and summarize what this guy just told us, real quick. Before I get back on that, basically he's just telling us go to Torvus Bog and get the energy from there. But be careful, it's exotic. But that's what we were already gonna do in the first place. So, but anyway, going back to what I was saying, Genesis is a lot cheaper to get into. I think a Genesis nowadays is like $30, depending on which model you get, though. There are like three different well, three different standard Genesis models. The one that I personally think is the best would be the Model 2. Although the Model 1 is pretty nifty too. It has a headphone jack that outputs stereo audio versus the mono audio you get from the back. But Genesis 2 does stereo audio as well. Remember these guys? By the way, you don't need the wave beam to kill these guys this time around. Booyah. But anyway, yeah. Genesis, hands down, I totally recommend it. And with the Genesis, there's just so much that you can do with it. So don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that Sega is the better game company or better console company. There are definitely perks to having both of them, which is why I've gone out of my way to collect them. But given the budget of each of these systems, Nintendo consoles are pretty expensive, especially nowadays. And if you're looking just to get into casual gaming and stuff with older games, even especially if you're a fan of NES games, I recommend getting yourself a Nintendo Wii. They're about $150 now. Still kind of expensive. And if you want a new one, it's still like $300 for some reason. I don't know why, but you know, that's the thing. But the Nintendo Wii still has the virtual console on there, and you can still add funds to the Nintendo eShop on there. So, you know, if you're looking into getting older games and are on a budget, all the old games on there are typically $5. Whereas with physical copies of games nowadays, especially for Nintendo consoles, they range anywhere from $10 to straight up $350. And that's for all of them. You know, whether it's, Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64. Nintendo 64 games are outrageously expensive. But heck, even NES games can get pretty expensive. They're not nearly as expensive as Super Nintendo and N64. But there's a couple that get up there. And if you're a real collector, like super, super crazy collector, you go for the holy grail of video game collecting when it comes to Nintendo, which is the Nintendo World Championships cartridge. Both of them, by the way. And if you can get those, kudos to you, because I don't know how... I personally would never spend that much on a game. $10,000 for an NES cartridge? No, thank you. I mean, if I could get it for like a small deal or whatever, then heck yeah, I'd totally get it. But I don't know, man. $10,000 for the gray cartridge alone. That's pretty steep for me. Can we scan this now? No, we can't. But anyway, I am getting like super distracted. Let's go get to Torvus Bog real quick. Oh, I don't have the weapon that I'm looking for, or that I needed, do I? Because he needs super missiles here. We're gonna jump on one of these guys' heads, jump up here. When I do get that Sega Saturn, though, that's definitely one we're gonna look into for games. I don't have any Sega CD games right off the bat, but from what I hear, they're not too expensive. I really want to do Sonic CD on there again. That's something I've been thinking about doing for the live streams after Metroid is done. I really want to get into doing a Sonic the Hedgehog stream. Now, I still have Halo to get back to, and there's probably some other marathon I want to do after that. But Sonic is definitely one in the future. Okay, I think... Oh, I see now. And with it being on the original hardware, because I know I've already done Sonic CD on Sega, or on the Xbox, but I wouldn't mind getting back onto it for... Oh, I did that wrong. Dang it. Ah. Okay, let's do this real quick. Wait a minute. And let's just do this. I probably just got myself stuck. Oh no, I did get myself stuck. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, I see what we can do now. I got really scared there for a minute. I thought I soft locked the game. There is a way to soft lock yourself in this game too. Um, it's really dumb. Okay, let's just forget about that entirely. When I when I beat this game the first time, I actually had to reset halfway through the game, or not even halfway. It was like 2/3 of the game that I had to reset my progress. I was so upset that day because it was a really stupid bug, nonetheless. Basically, there's a section where if you uh, shoot certain things in a certain order, it can lock up the room, and then you can't progress anymore. Even if you restart the GameCube, you have to restart the game file itself. So delete it and go back to playing that over again. All or every single bit of it. That was after the Spider Guardian too, by the way. I think. I could be wrong. So here's a rail shooter section. Just shoot these guys. There's gonna be more. I'm not doing the best job here, but that's fine. But, yeah. Oh, speaking of Sonic, by the way, I don't know if you all have heard, but they are re-releasing Sonic Mania as Sonic Mania Plus for the... Oh, I just got here, man. They're re-releasing Sonic Mania Plus, which is basically an expansion for the original Sonic Mania. If you really like Sonic, go for it. I'm getting me a copy of it, even though I already have Sonic Mania as it is. And technically, I could just spend $10 and get the expansions for it, but I want a physical copy, man. Plus, that on my display or on my cabinet, that would just feel right, especially with the reversible title card. Needless to say, video game stuff this week has been fantastic. And I hope that it continues on. Alright, we are finally getting out of this section here. Getting to Torvus Bog is a chore in and of itself. There goes another skiff vehicle, in case you missed it. And now we are here. So don't fall. Well, I guess you can fall down there. Doesn't matter. Oh, use that dark beam to our advantage. Well, now we can't. Now we gotta use the light beam. But totally get Sonic Mania Plus. It has 2 new characters, and I don't know what that's gonna mean for like story and such. But if there's a chance that they could have more story elements for the other 2 characters, I am not passing that up. Oh, okay. It's like, what? We don't have super missiles yet. Get that in the next area. If you haven't already been able to tell, by the way, I'm a bit of a Sega fanboy. I know there's plenty of people that are Nintendo fanboys and PlayStation fanboys, or girls, whatever you are. I, for one, still prefer the Sega Genesis. Or just Sega in general. And Xbox, but mainly just because I think that's pretty much the follow-up to the Dreamcast. But either way, I don't think there's one definitive console that you should own or company that you should be invested in. You should get involved in all of them. Strive to learn about every specific console that you can find, especially the older ones, like way back. Atari, ColecoVision, and Television. There are some amazing consoles out there, and you'd be surprised, especially if you get into like opening them and stuff. There's some really cool stuff you can find out about them. I think I missed something in here. Nope. I thought there might be a lore in here. Oh, you can scan these guys right off the bat, though. So, in Torvus Bog, you have these sacks, which are pretty much the little spiky things from Agon Wastes. As you can see, though, there's green gas that comes out of them. Do not walk into those. They're poisonous and can hurt you. But they carry weapon or ammo, energy, stuff like that. There's like 3 different containers that you can shoot at in this game, or in this area. Those ones, though, they can hurt you, so be careful. But anyway, as soon as we get to a save station here, we're going to call it quits. This area has some of the most beautiful music, by the way. If you have the chance to check out Metroid Prime 2's soundtrack, which you can easily do, it's everywhere. This is a track I totally recommend you listen to. Torvus Bog. Beautiful melody. Even Metroid Metal does a really good job of it for their cover. Oh man, it is great. New creatures here. Scan them. They do explode when they get close to you, so shoot them when you can. There's also a little fish down here. They can bite you, so... Or at least I think they can. So, the theme of this area is pretty much just an aquatic area. Nothing too special or too crazy. There is a lore as soon as you get here, though, so make sure you scan it. Let's jump up there. I think this is a save room, so... Yep, so we're gonna call it quits here for now. Which is fine. We've done a pretty good job. We got through Agon Wastes, so now we're about a third of the way through the game. Well, close to a third of the way of the game. This area is going to be kind of tough. I mean, it's not like... It's mostly just trying to figure out where you need to go. Because it's pretty easy to get lost in this area, I find. Especially once you start getting into the dark world. There's so much that you can just get lost in. But as far as bosses go, we're going to be fighting the Boost Guardian, which will be in the on next Wednesday. We might even get through Torvus Bog completely next Wednesday, because I do remember this a lot more than Agon Wastes, but that's mainly because most of the end game is still kind of fresh in my mind from my last playthrough. But we will do what we can next week. As for Friday this week, not really sure what I'm going to be playing that day. And I do apologize for last week. I know it was really late when I got onto it. I had a really late night the night before, so I slept most of the day away. Hopefully that'll be different for tomorrow night. I'm trying to get into a sleep schedule so I can wake up at least around 8 or 9 in the morning. But I'm thinking we might go and do some PC gaming on Friday. Still not 100% sure though. Uh, I I pretty much played what I wanted to play on the Xbox last Friday. Uh, who knows? Maybe Friday. Well, no, he'll as soon as he gets home, we'll probably be leaving. But one of these days, I want to do some Smash Bros. Uh, multiplayer with my roommate Hunter. So, who knows? We might have a guest star on here. But until we figure out a date for that, that'll probably be later down the road. So next week, next week we'll pop in, this Friday we'll pop in the Super Nintendo. I just got a game that my dad recommended to me called UN Squadron for the Super Nintendo. And it's hard, and I'm not very good at it, but I do kind of want to show it off. It's a Capcom game, so it's not bad in the slightest. Uh, I do have a lot of fun with it, even though I can't get very far in it. But, just to give them a shout out, say, hey, got your game and it's great. I'll probably play that for Friday. So, hope you guys look forward to that. Uh, I guess I'll leave on this for social media. Uh, Definitely check me out on Twitter. Uh, I guess the way to phrase it is at Urbaner Pilot. If you look for the logo, that's on my Twitch page, and on YouTube. It's the same thing everywhere. Um, and then for those of you who are on Twitch and probably missed a bit of the stream, I don't know if anyone's watching right now. I haven't heard anyone in the chat, but if you're on here and you missed some of it, check out my YouTube page again, Urbaner Pilot. Uh, Same logo, so pretty easy to find. And again, my schedule is going to be Wednesdays at 1 p.m. every week, and then Fridays most likely at 1 p.m. every week. Still kind of trying to figure that out. 1 p.m. is a pretty safe bet, though. I was thinking I'd started earlier at 12, but I don't know. Every time I say that, I always end up being late. So 1 p.m. it is for now, and I'll keep you guys updated on changes. I'm also thinking about incorporating yet another stream day for Monday, so it'll be just an even week. 3 videos a week, 3 streams a week. Maybe a little bit more than just 3 videos a week, especially if I get into reviewing again. Um, but that'll be a bit or a little while. I still want to get myself, more of a personality and get more into the mindset of being entertaining to most of you guys. Because again, like I was saying during the stream, I don't see myself as much or as very entertaining. I see myself as very to the point and kind of boring at times. So if you guys do see that, I do apologize. I know there are plenty of other people that are probably way better to watch, so don't feel bad if I'm boring you. You can definitely go and watch them for all I care. Um, but I am practicing, and I'm getting better every time I do this. But yeah, so I'll just stop rambling for now. I'll talk more about the possibility of another stream coming up, because I don't know. Monday sounds like a pretty fun day to do it. I have an early morning shift those days, so as soon as I get home, I'd just be able to start it up and get going. I think I might dedicate those days to RPGs. I don't have a whole lot to play with. Most of the RPGs that I have are gonna be through collections, like my Sega collection on Steam, or if my little bro lets me borrow it again. Stuff on Nintendo or the Super Nintendo Classic, and now with my Wii, Probably a couple on there too. So, but that'll be for another time. I need to let you guys go. It's been 2 hours and 15 minutes. So, with all that being said, thank you guys for watching. For those of you here on Twitch, check out my Twitter page and my YouTube page if you guys want. For those of you who are on YouTube, come by for a Twitch stream here or there if you want. And then, of course, for Twitter, again, if you're really into keeping up with my post streams and stuff, definitely check on there because I guarantee you that'll be the best way to keep up. And plus, there might be some special content on there here and there that you probably won't be able to see on YouTube or on Twitch. So, with all that being said, thank you guys for watching. You guys have a fantastic day or night, wherever you're at, and I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy, folks.